Great news. There's a quick way you can save money. Switch to Geico. Geico could help you get great coverage at a great price. And it only takes 15 minutes to see if you could save 15% or more on car insurance. Go to geico.com today and see how much you could save.
And now, the Lowe Post.
Welcome to the Lowe Post Podcast live from frigid Miami, Florida, where we are thrilled to be joined by one of my favorite players to watch in the entire world of basketball, Miami Heat point guard Goran Dragic. How you doing?
Good. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, it's a wonderful use of your time, your free time. You got two little kids. This is exactly what you want to be doing.
Grandpa and grandma here, so.
Oh, that's the best.
Yeah, that's the best.
When grandma and grandpa come to visit me, people are like, "Oh, that must be tough having your in-laws in like a New York City two bedroom apartment." I'm like, they can stay as long as they want. So we're gonna hit everything, but we're in Miami, so let's start with the Heat. Last year, you guys had one of the craziest seasons that I can ever remember a team having, from 10-30 to 30-10, basically. Was there? And you turned it around January. And I remember you guys played the Lakers in LA in January.
Yes.
And before that game, I was hanging out with some of your people, and it was just like a morgue. Everybody was depressed.
Yeah.
I didn't see it coming. So my question I've asked everyone is like, did you see it coming? Was there a meeting? Was there a speech? Was there a moment that like galvanized the team, or what happened?
If I'm honest, I mean, I didn't see it coming, but that was really tough road trip for us. I think so. We were like 6-7 games away. We had it was like something like 7 straight games away from home, and all those 7 games we lost 7 games, but it was like really close, like 3-4 points difference. But we had some good moments of those games. We play well, but then some bad, and you can start feeling that we're playing better than previous games. But I didn't imagine that we're gonna turn around the season like we did last year.
Are you still mad at the Nets for sitting out all their players against Chicago in the last game?
No, I'm not. This is in the past, but like I said, we should take care of business on our own. Some games that we should win, we didn't, and this is the NBA season. You need to play every game hard as possible, and on the end, you need to have your destiny in your own hands, not in somebody else's.
So this is your third season now with the Heat. Part of your third, part of 2 seasons ago full. This is your second full season. The Heat culture is famous, right? It's not for every player. They check your body fat. They do all sorts of stuff with you. So how different is it? You've been in Phoenix. You've been in Houston. How different is it really from other places?
I mean, if I compare to Phoenix and Houston, it's way different. It's way different. They push you here. They really push you. They make you uncomfortable a little bit, and like they say, this culture is not for everybody, and I like it because it's kind of push you to your limit. Like you said, they check your body fat every week. You need to be careful what you're eating, especially now that I'm 31 years old, and you try to push yourself to the limit that you can be a better player. And I like it because it's it's not like that you have a lot of days off. You work all the time.
You don't like the days off.
No,
they call them spa days here, right? Like take a spa day, and you're like, I don't want a spa day.
Yeah, today I have a spa day, and I was here, shooting.
Take a spa day.
No, I can't, because if I take a spa day, then I feel bad. I don't know why, but it's just the way I'm built. I always like to practice. I always try to get better. Sometimes I need to be honest. It hurts me because my body, my body is like hurting, but that's the way I'm built.
What if? So this is maybe a dumb question, but like, what have you learned about your body since you got here? Because they check your body fat, they check your balance, they're always doing stuff to you. What have you lost weight, for instance? Have you cut out any kinds of food? What have you done or changed?
I didn't lost weight. I mean, I'm always like skinny. Even all my family, my father, my mom, they are like skinny.
Yeah,
I'm never gonna get fat, like big.
Yeah.
But still, if I want to play until let's say 38 years old, this is the right thing to do. You know, I don't eat sweets anymore. You know, try to eat healthy. We have nutritionists here, so that helps a lot. And I can already feel it on my body. You know, my after the game, my generation is quicker, and I feel better.
Your recovery,
recovery. So that's it's one of the major things that I feel it on my body right now.
How many of your teeth are replacement teeth at this point?
Oh, no, I'm all 1, 2, 6.
6 replacement teeth?
Yeah. But that was like when I was a kid.
No, it started when you were younger.
Yeah, really young. Yeah, really young. I was like 16, 17 years old. And I took a charge, and the guy hit me with his head. And I lost like first 4 teeth.
Right in the front?
Right in the front, yeah.
Ooh.
And one I lost by my brother. He hit me with a stick when we were playing. So it's a bottom one.
Okay,
so
all right.
I'm already used to it. Yeah, I've been at the dentist a lot, especially in a younger age, and you know, it is what it is.
How young were you when Zoran's what, 3 years younger than you, I think?
3 years younger. Yeah, I was about like 14, 15.
If your younger brother hits you with a stick and knocks a tooth out, you gotta restore order to the family.
Yeah, we did. I always kick his.
Okay. And last year, you know, I had forgotten this before I was reading up on you. You got your tooth knocked out 2 times in the same season.
Yeah.
And you were called for a foul on
offense.
At least one of them.
Yeah, you're correct. Both. No, my bad. Once was in Atlanta against Al Horford. I was in defense, and he kind of ripped through and hit me with the elbow. And I lost that tooth, but they call foul on me. Yeah. And the other one was in Detroit. I was in offense, and the guy hit me. They didn't call nothing. I just spit the tooth out.
Yeah, I looked at it on.
I throw it in the stands and just play.
Yeah, you threw it on the sideline. That's bad. You also claim, related to this, that you have never flopped. I read an interview a couple years ago that said, I've never flopped in my life. Have you still never flopped?
No, I do. I changed my game, especially last year on that, you know, that 3-point fouls.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, they changed their rules. This year I don't flop anymore. Okay. So, yeah, last year I did.
So last year you tried to get into the James Harden, Jeff T game of, okay, I hated those. But, you know.
But, yeah, that was never my game. I never flop. I don't know how to, though. That's my problem.
See, people think the stereotype is all the Euro guys, they come over and they're flopping, but that's not true. You don't even know how to do it.
Yeah, no. I'm the only European guy who doesn't know how to flop.
Speaking of Europe, it must rank as maybe the pinnacle of your career so far. Slovenia winning Eurobasket over the summer. You're the MVP of the tournament. You beat Serbia, I believe, in the championship game. Yeah. You have 30-something.
Yeah.
I don't even know where. And you retired. You're done. That's it. You're going out on top from international basketball, right?
Yeah. I said that. That was the biggest moment in my career. You know, winning for my country, the gold medal, and. You know, before the European Championship, I already told to the federation, to the media, that this is my last year, that I'm going to retire. And, you know, to finish my national career on the top, I think so that's the best way to do it.
Now you're half Serbian.
Yes, correct. My father is Serbian and my mom is Slovenian.
I have heard from people who know you that when you've played in Serbia, the fans there let you know that they're not thrilled that a half Serb is playing for clubs outside Serbia and for Slovenia, right? Like, what kind of stuff have you heard? Because my wife is half Serbian, so I can say, like, they don't screw around with their trash talk. They get vulgar there.
Yeah, I mean, it's you know, they're passionate fans. You know, Serbian fans are really passionate.
That's a very polite way to put it.
Yeah, and you know, when you play against them, it's a rough time. It's really a rough time. You know, they know your parents' name and they're throwing some really hard stuff at you. But even in our family,
just to be clear, they're throwing some really hard stuff. You mean actual physical objects?
Yes. You know, like lighters, like. That's why in Europe, when you play those games, they have on your bench you have like a hockey protection. You know. The plexiglass. Yeah, the plastic. So when you're sitting in the bed, you're like, tuck, 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 tuck. You like hear when they're throwing things. But yeah, you know, my family, they give me a hard time, especially my grandpa and my cousins. They're Serbian, you know, they live in Serbia. So every time when I play against them, they text me like, "You better not score 20. You better, you know, not play well." So, but that's normal. I'm already used to it. So
you're the Slovenian national team coach, Igor Koskokov, whose name I'm surely butchering, is an assistant, who's is assistant with the Jazz, who I know. And I texted him. I said, "Do you have any funny, whatever memories from Eurobasket with Goran?" And Igor texted back and he said, "Honestly, Goran is a hero for me." And he's being, I mean, you know, Igor, this is not a joke. He's being sincere. And he said, "I didn't know this." He said Goran's grandfather, with whom he was very close, passed away 3 days before the tournament. And we were worried, like, is he going to be able to play emotionally? I mean, so was it the Serbian side grandfather?
Yes.
So he didn't even get to see you play Serbia in the gold medal. Wow. I wonder how he would have felt about that.
Yeah. I mean, you know, he's always supporting me, but of course, you know, we are kind of preparing, you know, because he was in the hospital, and I was, this summer I was like 3 or 4 times there, you know, with my family, and, of course you're hoping that he's gonna get better, but, you know, it happens like 3 days before the team gonna left, Eurobasket, so, I found out, and I asked Igor, I need to go, you know, to the funeral, you know, arrange everything and see my family, and, you know, everybody was so supportive, and, you know, I had some hard times. If I'm honest, I didn't even know if I'm gonna be able to play, you know, I was all, you know, screwed in my head, you know, you said.
Life happens, right?
Yeah,
I mean,
but then I think so that helps me too, because before every game I prayed, and I said, "Okay, this is for you, Grandpa," and, you know, give me some, I don't know, some extra energy, extra motivation that he's up there looking after me, and was good. So. And
probably drinking a shot of rakia.
Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah, definitely that helps too.
to the tourists who want to go to the Balkans, be careful with the rakia. Yeah. Igor also told me to ask. Apparently you started cramping up in the gold medal game.
Yeah.
He said, ask him who gave him a massage during the gold medal game. And I said, I don't even want to know the answer. I want Goran to tell me. I want to be in suspense. So what the hell is he talking about?
So I had cramps the whole second half. You know, I was just, I looked at Igor, and, you know, 2 times he subbed me, and he asked me, "Gee, can you go?" I said, yeah, but in real, I was like, lying to myself. I couldn't go, and then one of my teammates, Edo Muric, he's like starting massaging, rubbing my leg. I look at him, "Hey, what are you doing, man?" He said, No, you need to go back in. You need to go back. I said, "Come on, we got a massage therapist here," and basically, like I politely like push him away. Like, "Come on, leave me alone, man." But you know, you can see that the teammates, you know, they want me to be out there for them, and you know, we on the end was a tremendous finals for us and for our country.
Unbelievable. Just, you know, what's the population of Slovenia?
2 million people.
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
I mean, it just 2 million, and you win Eurobasket. And so you're 31.
Yes.
I'm 40. I remember Dražen Petrović very clearly. Yeah. I grew up in the New York area, so his prime, like I was coming of age as a sports fan, and I remember that. Now, I didn't know I was going to go on to marry a woman from Croatia, and that culture would mean something to me. So you wore his number, right? And that's intentional.
Yeah, I mean, even I always want to wear number 3. Mm-hmm. You know, back in the days in Europe, you couldn't wear number 3 because they only had numbers from 4 to 15. Mm-hmm. And now that they changed the rule in the national team, I had number 3. And in NBA, I had a number 3 in Houston Rockets. And in Phoenix, I couldn't have it because Boris Diaw had it. And here, of course, the D-Wade, you know.
You're not going to get 3.
I'm not going to get 3. And I don't want it to get number 3 here. No. So yeah, I'm happy with number 7. But yeah, because of Dražen Petrović, that's why, you know, I want to wear number 3 because he was my idol when I was growing up. And, you know, he he was an unbelievable player.
Oh.
I mean, he's a hero in those parts, and I even met his mom this summer, so it was really emotional for me. And they put my jersey, Slovenian jersey, in his museum and
in Zagreb, right?
In Zagreb, yeah. So it means a lot. It means a lot because you know, I start playing basketball because of him, because of those players that they were before me.
So I was going to ask you about that. So this clip from a news station in Croatia, I think, comes out after Eurobasket, and you're doing an interview.
Yeah.
And I don't know if they surprised you with this.
Oh, you mean with the jersey?
Yeah, but out comes Dražen Petrovic's mother, who I'm not sure if you've ever met her before. And
oh no, that was it happened like this. First, when we came back from Eurobasket, some TV station, they visit Dražen Petrovic's mom. They were making some interview about Dražen, and she told them that she wanna give me a jersey of Dražen. So I didn't know nothing about that. So when that station, Slovenian news media station, came back home and they did the interview with me, they said that they have some present for me, and that is from Dražen Petrovic's mom. And they give me the jersey, and they told me they have a message for me that she want to give me this jersey because I remind her of Dražen, how I lead the team, Slovenian national team. And, you know, from there I have, you know, tears in my eyes.
Yeah, you lost it right away.
I lost it. I didn't know how to react. You know, it was such a pleasant surprise that was the first time that I cried in front of the camera. So yeah.
There you go. I mean, but and I didn't know your jersey was also up in his museum.
Yeah, but
have you seen that?
Yes, they sent me a picture. But then this TV station, they called me and they said they're gonna have a Dražen mom in the studio. So if I want to surprise her and give her my jersey, like Slovenian jersey.
I didn't see this.
And we did that, and I give her a jersey, I surprise her, and, you know, I want to thank her in person, you know, for the jersey and everything. And she told me that they're going to put a jersey in the Dražen museum. And I just got a picture like 1 week ago. They really put a jersey,
that's
jersey
awesome.
in Dražen. So that's something huge that, you know, maybe people here, they don't know how huge it is for me and for my people over there.
Hey everyone, there's always a big sporting event going on somewhere. We got the college football playoffs happening. Soon it'll be the NFL playoffs, the Super Bowl, the NBA playoffs, and the best way to get tickets, the easiest way, the fastest way, the way that saves you time and money and just all around effort is to use SeatGeek. It collates all the sites on the secondary market for you, so you don't have to worry about, am I missing a deal that might be over here? Did I not check that website? That's all out the window. It has an easy grading system where it shows good deals, so-so deals, deals that are over market, under market, obstructed views. It's very color-coded and easy to use. And it's 100% guaranteed, so you're guaranteed on your purchase. And best of all, my listeners get $20 off their first SeatGeek purchase. That's a lot, $20 on like an $80 ticket. That's 25%. That's math. All you got to do is download the SeatGeek app and enter promo code LOWE, LOWE. That's my last name. That's promo code LOWE, LOWE, and boom, you get $20 off your first SeatGeek purchase for a concert, a sporting event, whatever you need tickets to. SeatGeek saves you time and money.
Hello, I'd like to deposit this to checking.
Fate is a fickle master.
What?
The future is uncertain.
Okay, and what's my account balance?
The horizon is cloudy. I see a long, treacherous voyage filled with great peril.
Look, can I just get a deposit slip or something?
A fortune bank teller. Surprising. What's not surprising? How much you could save by switching to Geico.
I see a yellow-eyed serpent and a low APR.
Geico. 15 minutes could save you 15% or more.
So let's go back through your NBA career. The Suns draft you in the second round.
I mean, yeah, no, they were.
Spurs drafted you, and
correct.
they were trying to trade for you. They were calling everybody in the second round to try and get you, because Steve Kerr brought you in.
Yeah.
his scout said you reminded him, Todd Quittner, his scout said you reminded him of Manu Ginobili. Yeah. And as soon as he heard that, he's like, we got to bring this guy in. So you had this like secret lunch in Phoenix where they bring you in, they don't tell the media. You have lunch in Phoenix. Yeah. Steve wants to get to know you. Says, is this really what guy we want?
And I had a workout, for them, yeah.
Oh, you had a workout?
Yeah.
He doesn't remember you having a workout because he said we intentionally tried to keep it secret because we didn't want anyone to know.
But was different players there though.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay, so maybe Steve is wrong. That's interesting. Steve, come on.
I had a workout. Yeah, Phoenix was the only one.
Phoenix was the only one. Okay,
yeah.
maybe they somehow kept that secret.
Yeah.
What do you remember about that lunch? What do they? Is it just a normal lunch? What are teams trying to get to know of you when someone like Steve is meeting you for the first time?
I mean, I was nervous. I was nervous at that meeting. They were just asking me like questions. Why I started playing basketball. Just if I have a brother or sister. Just regular stuff of my like childhood, how I grow up, and what I see myself in the future, and basketball stuff. And it was really awesome because I remember Steve as a player. When he played for Chicago Bulls and San Antonio, and he was a big part of those championship games. And it was kind of a great things because I wanted to play in Phoenix, especially behind Steve Nash, try to learn. And, Todd was the first guy who saw me. I think so Todd Quinter and, David Griffin. Mm-hmm. We played European basketball, at 2007. It was in Spain, mm-hmm. and we played against France, and I was guarding Tony Parker. I mean, Todd told me that he saw me that game, that I was guarding Tony Parker, and I really had a good game at that time. And that's how I ended in Phoenix, and I was really happy with that.
A lefty from Europe, the Manu comparisons, not the Manus from Europe obviously, but the lefty the Manu comparisons are inevitable. I don't know that I see a lot of Manu in your. I guess certainly the fearlessness and the physicality.
Yeah, I think so. They think more as a driving ability, how I was finishing around the rim. Maybe that what they got reminded by, but I got a different game. It's even the first year, everybody was saying, "Oh, he's gonna be, Steve Nash." I never want to be Steve Nash because it's not. I knew it from the day one that it's not. I'm not able to be Steve Nash. Yeah. I don't have the same game. I just want to be me, the best version of Goran. And I think so, especially that first year, it was a lot of how would I say, pressure on
mm-hmm.
me.
Sure. Yeah, if you're just coming from another country.
Yeah, from another country, and everybody expects big things, and then Steve, he always gonna put the great numbers in, and even if you're backing him up, everybody expects that you're gonna do the same thing. And that was probably one of the hardest time in my career, to make that transition from European basketball to here in NBA.
Now, speaking of
I'm sorry.
No, go.
And here when Igor Kokoschko comes in, he was my second dad.
Yeah,
basically.
He was an assistant on those Phoenix teams.
Assistant coach, and the guy who speaks the same language, and basically I was at his house all the time, and he was helping me with that transition, and that's why I'm always going to be grateful what he did for him. He is my hero, not opposite, because he helped me reach my goals to be an NBA player, and that's why I always gonna appreciate what he did for me. Right now I don't see him as a coach. I see him as a family member, as a friend. Mm-hmm. And he's coming in a few days, so I'm looking forward to having dinner with him.
That's great. I mean, you just can't you can't duplicate that kind of relationship. You're in Phoenix, he becomes your surrogate father, and then X years later you win Eurobasket. And I mean, I don't know how many sporting events have been bigger in the history of Slovenia than that. Maybe zero.
No, that was the biggest. I mean, we are the first team in all sports in Slovenia history, the first team that ever won a gold medal as a team.
Wow.
So,
and you just, the two of you were bonded forever, obviously.
Oh yeah, definitely. We brothers. So the whole team, everybody. I mean, it was unbelievable experience. And, if I go 2 years back when Rasho Nestarovic called me, and he said, "Hey, we're thinking to put Igor as a head coach for Slovenian national team." I said, "Hell yeah!"
There you go.
I was so happy, and
I believe he's undefeated as Slovenia's national team coach.
Yes, correct, undefeated. Because the first year we had qualification for Eurobaskets, and we won all the games, and then of course this European championship we won all 9 games. So yeah, he was undefeated.
It's not easy. Speaking of Phoenix, let's go back to rookie year Phoenix. So it's a challenge for you. I've been told to ask you this. Not the least of your challenges was some of the rookies and young players had very specific things they had to do for Shaq before every game.
Yeah.
Do you remember what those? Do you give us an example of a Shaq related? I've heard they had to do with pregame introductions.
Yes, correct. I mean, I had a lot of things to do. There's, me and Robin Lopez, we were the rookies.
Yeah.
And, I know I had to bring Krispy Kreme donuts every home game, 24 of those.
I'm sure the training staff love having
yeah, I mean,
the famed Phoenix Suns training staff.
Yeah, but it was crazy because, at that time we had really a lot of veteran players who were eating healthy. Steve Nash, Grant Hill, Amari, those guys. And nobody else was eating those donuts. I think so. The Shaq was the only one, and the coaches. So that was one of those. And before the games we have all those funny things, introductions. Like sometimes Shaq was a Superman, so we have to carry him.
You had to literally carry Shaq.
Yeah, I had the right leg.
Yeah,
the right leg. Robin had the right side of his body,
okay.
And Dudley was on the left side, and Lou Emerson, yes, correct. Lou Emerson had the left leg.
Did you execute this well?
Yeah, we practiced in our locker room before the game.
It's a good use of time.
And then we start winning. And after this, we start winning. And each game, Shaq has some different ideas. So then we had we were how you say, pins, like bowling?
Bowling pins, yeah. This was the era when LeBron also was doing every game there was
something. So, we did that with the pins, like Shaq was throwing a bowling ball and everybody fell, and Orlando Tucker was the last pin, and he was
wobbling
and fell down. So yeah, this kind of stuff. And, when we go on the road, I think so Robin basically, we were some flight I was carrying a keyboard, the other flight was Robin, but it was a really big
Shaq's keyboard.
Yeah, Shaq keyboard, but he never played that on the plane or in the room. We never heard him, and we asked him end of the season, Shaq, we never heard you playing on that keyboard. He said, yeah, because it was broken. It was not even functional, so we have to carry this all. On all the trips.
Robin, who's still close with you, you come into the league together. Yeah. He said, ask Goran about the Derrick Rose action figure that I left in his locker for him.
Yeah, right. Rob, he got me on that one. Yeah, was that play? As a rookie, you want to do everything, even if you want to go back to defense, contest the shots, and D Rose got me on that. Was one of the nastiest dunks probably that in the history of NBA. But
you got it. People should YouTube this because he gets you in transition. You're right. That you're coming from behind, trying to block his dunk, and you can see it's going to end badly, and he throws down on you with two hands.
Two hands, yeah. I even lift him up a little bit, and yeah, they were making fun of me. Man, you didn't know D Rose got bounced? But I only heard, get back, G, get back. And instinct take me. But, Robin got me with that. He put it in my locker and he put that D Rose bobblehead.
Oh, it's a bobblehead, okay.
So, but, yeah.
He also told me Shaq in one game, I hope to God it was garbage time. Shaq ordered you guys Yeah.
With the, yes,
so it's a true story. So tell the story, because I don't know the specifics.
It's a true story. Yeah, it was a garbage time, but me and Robin, we got opportunity to play, and
I feel bad saying garbage time. And like the game was decided.
Yes, decided. But for me and Robin was big time, because we finally got opportunity to play. And I know that Alvin Gentry was the coach, and he specifically took time out to draw a play. And he drew a play, and suddenly Shaq came to me and Robin. He called us, like when the timeout was over. He called, "Hey, G, Robin, come on, play pick and roll. Robin gonna flare, and you need to pass to him. Robin, you shoot a 3." And we're like, "No, coach wrote the play."
Sure.
He said, "No, I'm the coach here." So basically, we couldn't do nothing, because we knew if we do not execute what Shaq wants for us, probably he would do something crazy to us. And we did that. And Alvin,
he's already making you carry the keyboard. Who knows? So you do it, and Alvin does what?
Yeah, we do it, and Alvin goes, "Gee!" He started yelling, and I just give him a look. And he looked. Shaq was laughing, and Alvin started laughing too.
Okay,
so
there you go. Alvin's a good sport.
Yeah.
I don't think I had ever heard this story, but you get traded from Phoenix the first time. We'll talk about the second time, which is a little more controversial.
Yeah.
The first time you get traded to the Rockets, you got traded on a plane with no Wi-Fi. So
yes,
correct. Land, and only then do you realize you've been traded, right? Yes, that's true.
Correct. That's true. I think so. The deadline was in Phoenix time was 1 p.m. and we took off. We took off at 12:30.
This is 2011, I think. Yeah.
I'm not sure yet. We took off at 11:30, 11:40, and deadline was over at 1. And I remember I took a nap. It was a long flight to Toronto, and took a nap. And I woke up, and as soon as we land, Steve was sitting next to me, and he tapped. Basically, he woke me up, and he said, "Gee, I'm sorry." I said, "What is going on?" And, "I'm sorry, buddy, you just got traded to Houston." And then I turn my phone on, and I get a ton of text messages from, people back home, from my agent, and that was it. So I say goodbye to everybody on the plane. It was really hard on me because it was the first time, and I really liked that team. And I just got a ticket. Stay on the airport 3-4 hours and go to Houston. And as soon as I land, we went to a hospital to do everything, the medical stuff. And the next day I already play against New Jersey Nets.
So you're stranded in an airport, probably wearing Phoenix Suns gear.
Yes, correct.
No longer a member of the Phoenix Suns.
Yes.
Just in Pearson International Airport in Toronto.
Yeah.
Did you get a beer or something? Have a Tim Hortons, something?
If I'm honest, I don't even remember that day what I was going through. Then I got to Houston. The last 2 months of the season, I play with Kyle Lowry and those guys, Rick Edelman as a coach. And that was it.
That's just something that regular people can't relate to. All of a sudden, I have a different job at a new play. I get off a plane, all of a sudden, I got to fly somewhere else and have a different job. Yeah. That's the life of an NBA player. But
luckily at that time, I didn't have kids yet. It was much easier because I had my wife. At that time, she was my girlfriend. Mm-hmm. But it was way easier, without the kids at that time.
Everything is easier without kids. All right, sports fans, let's be honest. You're supposed to brush your teeth for 2 minutes twice a day. But do you? Honestly, I hope so. It's not that hard. 2 minutes twice a day. It's 4 minutes. Yes, no, maybe, whatever it is, you should try Quip. It's an electronic toothbrush that looks like it was designed by Apple and cleans like the best electric brushes, but without the super high price. It has vibrations and an ultra-slim design with guiding pulses to simplify your better brushing at a fraction of the cost of bulkier brushes. It even has a timer to let you know when those 2 minutes are up, which is helpful because 2 minutes is like longer than you think, actually. If you actually sat down and counted 120 seconds, you'd be like, wow, that was a long time. It comes with a mount that goes right on your mirror, so it fits easily into your daily routine. It has an optional subscription plan if you like it, so you can buy new brush heads and everything on schedule that saves you money. It's like buying in bulk, and it's backed by all these, over 10,000 dental hygienists have endorsed it, so it works. And right now, Quip starts at just $25. That's much cheaper than you'd expect for an electric toothbrush. Right now, when you go to GetQuip, that's get, the word get, QUIP.com/Lowe, Lowe, my last name, to get your first refill pack free with your purchase of a Quip electric toothbrush. So you get the brush and a free refill pack. That's your first refill pack free at GetQuip.com/Lowe. Spell it out for you, GetQuip.com/Lowe, Lowe, and get started maximizing those 4 minutes. Then you got traded again from Phoenix in 2015 under slightly different circumstances.
Yeah.
I was talking to Ryan McDonough, and he said, I don't really think I've told anybody this, but you can go ahead and ask Goran. We buried the hatchet this year. We did. We reconciled this year when Miami came to Phoenix.
Correct.
So that's so you hashed it out.
Yes, we did. First of all, it was never my intention to leave the Phoenix like I did, but it happens. I'm always going to be grateful for this organization. They were the first one who gave me opportunity in NBA. Ryan is right. In the end of the day, it's only business. And this year when we play over there, I really had a good long conversation with Ryan, and I was pleased that this is finally, it's finally over. You know what I mean? And I wish him all the best. I think so. Ryan is a good GM, I was happy. I was happy that we have a good conversation, that we talk about the past, about the future. He congratulated me about the Eurobasket, and it was great.
How good do you think this team can be? You're 19-16, I think, something like that, or 20-17, 3 games over.
Yeah, I think so. We can be really good.
Yeah.
Especially, we feel like we struggle the first 30 games. Yeah. And we still have a good record, 20-17. And, some games we give away, especially the first part of the season, we were really inconsistent. And, now we are getting that consistency that it's going to help us, especially the last 50 games. And, now the real game starts. Like you said, now January, February, soon as the All-Star hits, then it's already over. Then every game counts. And, for us, it's going to be important that we start playing well at home, because our record at home is now.
I think you're 500 at home.
Yeah, 9-9. This should be better. We got a better record when we play away from home. So we are improving, but still we can grow a lot.
You've had a lot of injuries, like Justice has been in and out, Dion's been in and out, Hassan's been out and back in. I would imagine that's probably made it difficult to, because you guys have a team where there's a lot of, you can play Kelly at the 5, and that's a very different look from when Hassan's at the 5. And if Justice and James are on the court together, that's a different, which hasn't happened that much. That's a different look. And some of those looks you just haven't been able to get to much, right? Is that difficult to, all of a sudden this guy's back, we got to try to play this way?
Yeah, it is difficult because, coaches, they're making the rotation, who's starting, who is a second unit, and, you want to have that consistency that you're playing with those guys, well. And then when one guy is hurt and the other guys, it's tough to get that consistency. But if you look on the other side, it's good, because then, some guys, they're getting more minutes that maybe they would not get, and then when those guys gonna come back healthy, your bench is longer.
Yeah,
you can play more guys, and I think so that can be our advantage, especially in the second part of the season, because it's gonna be, a lot of players gonna be tired, and we can rotate a lot of players and try to keep that high intensity up every game.
Yeah, last night was one of the first, last year when you guys started winning, if I had to an image in my head of what was the Heat identity last year, it was just the ball was moving all the time.
Yeah.
All the cuts were hard. Drive and kick, drive. Just like a really pain in the ass team to play against.
And the fourth-quarter defense. That was our specialty last year. And, we wanna go back to that style, I think so our offense is trending on the right way. We're playing really well offensively.
Last night was one of the first nights this season where I was like, wow, that they're moving it and just ping, 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 ping. I mean, when James Johnson is on the floor, James Johnson is always doing stuff.
Oh, yeah. And, that's especially how our offense is going through our fours and fives, especially Kelly and JJ, they're our main guys. If you play pick and roll on one side and you swing it to them, they're the guys who gonna go to second situation, and make it, ball swing to one side to another. And that, when we do that, it's really tough to guard us because everybody's involved and everybody's so dangerous for a basket. But, like I said before, our defense needs to get better. And, our record is crazy when we hold, opponents under 40% from the field.
Is it really? I would imagine it is.
We're 10-1 or 11-1. It's great. So,
is James fun to play with? Cause he just can't stay still. He's hyper. When he gets the ball, he'll pitch it to you and then run and set a pick and he'll run over there. It's like, is it hard to get used to or is it fun?
No. With JJ, it's fun. It's easy to play with him because, like you said, he's in constant motion. He give you the ball, he set the screen, he roll fast, you hit him in a pocket pass, and from pocket pass, he gonna go handoff to another guy. So it's, basically he's a glue for this team, and I'm happy to have him in this team, and hopefully he's gonna be healthy. He
looked good last night.
He looked good, yeah, he looked good. So we're hoping he's gonna stay like that until the end of the season.
Are you aware of the existence of a place called Waiters Island?
Not yet. I never been there yet.
Okay.
But yeah, we like him when he's in that mode.
Okay.
When he's hitting those shots, especially end of the game. Dion, he got that ability to hit those shots, and he's never, I would not say afraid. He's always has that swag. That's
a good word for him.
Yeah, that swag. He doesn't see a bad shot. He's always taking a shot. If it's bad or good, he's always has that swag that he's gonna make it.
But you have to accept that as a teammate, though, right? That he's going to shoot a lot, and he's going to shoot some shots that other people on the team aren't allowed to shoot. Or don't.
Yeah. But we're trying to, we're trying to make him, to be easier on him.
Mm-hmm.
Try to get him at the right spot so he can be more efficient. Because we understand that those tough shots, we're gonna need some of those shots, like end of the shot clock, or let's say end of the game when you need to take those shots.
Yeah.
But let's say at the beginning of the game, we want to create as easy a shot as possible, and we want him to make those reads.
Waiters Island, for the record, is a fictional place where people who believe that Dion Waiters could be a good NBA player live, and it's always party time on Waiters Island. So you're welcome to come to Waiters Island with Bill Simmons and me and some of the other believers. And I even have
I know.
I even have a shirt. I didn't bring it to Miami. I should have. Although was he at the game last night? Was Dion there last night?
I know.
Tim, Dion wasn't there last night, was he? He was there. Okay.
Back, yeah.
I should have shown him that shirt. I don't think Dion thinks it's funny though. I don't think Dion thinks Waiters Island is funny. Yeah, hit or miss.
Yeah, he got his own quote, no?
He's got a lot of quotes. He wrote a whole thing for the Players Tribune.
He got that quote. Bet on yourself and double down. Yes, that's the main.
Bet on yourself and double down.
Yes.
He did. He did, and it worked out for him.
Yeah.
I read just a couple of quick ones, funny ones, and we'll get you out of here. I read that your mother forced you to eat right-handed when you were little.
Yes, correct.
Now, my sister is a lefty,
Uh-huh.
and complains all the time that the world is biased against lefties. Everything is made for right-handed people. So you still eat right-handed. That's the only thing you do right-handed?
Yes, that's the only thing. But that's, when my mom when she was in school, nobody back in the day couldn't write with left-handed. The teacher, they're throwing keys or something. They hit you with the ruler.
Oh, sure, yeah.
At least she told me the story when she was a kid in school that she couldn't write with left-handed. So, that when I came back home, she was like, no, do everything with the right. And I said, I always complain. No. And she is a lefty too. She's a lefty. My brother is a lefty. My grandpa is a lefty. Both kids are lefty now.
Both your kids?
Yeah.
You already know?
Yes. They do everything with the left. Shooting, everything, writing, everything.
I think my daughter's
Eating.
righty. We're starting to think she uses both her hands a lot.
How old is your daughter?
Almost 3.
3, yeah. My kids are 4 and 2. Yeah.
Yeah. She's starting to. When she draws, she's more confident and clean righty. So I think she's gonna be a righty. I was hoping for a lefty just for sports purposes. I wanted a lefty.
Like Victoria, she's too, but everything she's doing with left, eating with left, writing, everything.
Well, there you go.
So.
I don't
know. It's something in our genes, especially Slovenians, because even in our national team, back in the day, we have 7 players lefties. National team.
Wow.
7.
Well, remember there was a couple of years ago where the Grizzlies could play 5 left-handed players at once.
Starting 5?
No, it was they had to have Ed Davis in with Zebo and Mike Conley, and maybe it was when Tayshaun Prince was there too. They played at one point a lineup of 5 lefties, which is pretty cool. I would, if I were the coach of the Grizzlies, I would just do that just for that, even if it didn't work. So what's the worst thing about being lefty? What's the thing that is most made for righties, or the thing do you play golf?
I don't.
Have you been fishing yet? You have.
Yes.
You have. You've finally been fishing because you're a Florida person now. You have to do Florida stuff.
No, I do. I was just fishing 3 days ago with my son.
How'd it go?
Good. He catch the fish, and I didn't. So.
Okay, all right.
But fishing is not so bad.
No, I'm just golf is the one where lefties often learn how to play righty because of, or at
golf,
least they used to.
This side for me.
Okay.
Is that lefty?
That's righty.
Righty, yeah. So baseball too.
Righty.
Okay,
so you do some stuff righty.
Okay. But soccer I do lefty, yeah.
So do you
tennis, soccer. But I don't know for righties. I know what. Driving the car, especially back in Europe, shifting at the beginning when I was not used to it, shifting with my right.
Yeah.
I was lefty, and I think so. That was probably the biggest adjustment, especially a few hours of driving lessons. Especially my father is a driving instructor, so he gave me a hard time.
It's hard for me to rent a car in Europe still because so many of them are still stick shift, and I can't drive stick shift. And I gave up.
Now they're getting better.
They're getting better, but sometimes in Croatia, you go try to rent a car, and it's you got to wait a couple of days. I'm like, really? I'm like, I'm not going to drive stick, and I'm sure as hell not going to learn on the mountain roads of former Yugoslavia because I will be dead shortly after that.
Especially, it's a lot of lights and scooters and this. And it's always first gear, second gear, third gear. Okay, and the highway is good. You put in a gear 5 or 6, and you're okay. But if you go through the center of the city, that's the worst.
What about Miami fashion? I found some video where they made you put some fancy clothes on and you did a photo shoot, and you were like, "This is not really for me," but I'm in Miami and Dwayne Wade dresses crazy. Still not for you?
No, still not for me. I'm a low key guy. I like to dress. I like to dress European style. Skinny jeans. No hats though. No hats.
Okay.
What else? I don't know. D Wade, he wears some crazy stuff though. Only he can pull off.
Yeah,
it's that's his personality, his style, and
What about cars? Fancy car yet?
No, not really. I did have last year. I had 3 years. I have Mercedes 663 AMG, like a sports fast car.
Yeah.
But I returned. It was a lease, so I have a family car now. You know, kids. So
kids change everything. You can't have a sports car.
Yeah, my wife, she's always saying, "Come on, buy something for yourself. You deserve it." But I'm like, you know, I'm driving to arena, from arena home, from arena to airport and back.
Yeah. Who cares?
Who cares, man?
But this is a car city. Miami is a car city.
That's true. Yeah, that's true. My players, they give me a hard time.
Really?
Yeah, you're driving that family car. I say, yeah, you're going to see when you're going to have kids. You know.
So you go to some of these hotels in Miami at night, and the cars that are lined up to be valet parked are like
even restaurants.
Oh, it's insane. Like Lamborghini, Ferrari, Maybach, like all just lined up one after another.
Yeah.
I had a friend who used to
and
work.
Then I come with on a valet. I come with my ML Mercedes, like, and they're like, "You want to put it in front?" I said, "Really?"
I had a friend who used to work for one of the newspapers here, and he said he was from Philadelphia and then New York, and he said, you know, in New York you go to a party, you meet strangers. One of the first questions is like, "What do you do for a living? What's your job?" He's like, "In Miami, people ask me what kind of car I drive." I'm like, "I don't know, Nissan Altima," and they're like, "Oh, it's not interesting. I'll go talk to the next person."
Yeah, but it's like you said, it's this kind of a city, you know.
Yeah.
Like fashionable, and everybody needs to have good, expensive things, and I don't know. I was never that guy that I want to show off. I mean, I know I have a lot of money, but
what's it for? You know?
Yeah. You know, I'm happy the way I grew up, the way I was. Mm-hmm. I'm happy that we are set for life, and my kids are set, but. You know, if I go back to Europe with Lamborghini, all my friends, you're a show off now. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like they would think,
he's changed.
Yeah,
he got big time.
Correct.
He got big time.
Yeah, you know.
Speaking of Europe, by the way, this was I asked my wife any Slovenia trivia that I should run by him, and she said, you know, when we used to play Yugoslavian Monopoly. As a kid, which is it's whatever. Yugoslavia said the most important properties were Bled,
yes, correct.
And Bohin,
yes. Yeah, that's next to Bled, yeah.
So tell Goran, that was like the Broadway and Park Place of Yugoslavia Monopoly were those properties.
Yeah, it's really nice. Bled is like it's like a lake, and in the middle of the lake you have like an island, and it's a church on it, and next to the lake it's like a cliff, and on top of the cliff is a castle from I don't know which century, but it's really old, and you know, it's really romantic stuff, because in the castle right now they put a restaurant, and you know, especially at night, it's really beautiful.
Yeah, I gotta go one of these.
And Bohin is the same. Bohin is a little bit different. It's a lake, but everybody goes there to swim and to kayaking, and we have some waterfalls over there, so it's really nice.
Hey, look, most expensive properties. Last one. How much do you care? You're 31, you said. How much do you care about making an all-star team during your NBA career?
You know,
because you're in that like Mike Conley, like always on the fringes.
Yeah, you know,
you were in the West for so long.
Yeah, I feel like that 1 year with Phoenix, I should have made it. But you know, I didn't.
2014 when you made all NBA.
Yeah, but you know, it is what it is. It's not my on top of the list. You know, I need to get it. You know, if it happens. If not, I'm still gonna be happy.
Yeah.
But the most important thing right now is for me that I help my teammates, that we make sure we make playoffs. That's the most important thing right now. But yeah, if I make it, of course, that's going to be one check mark for my, how you say, bucket list.
Yeah.
But it's not on top like that.
Well, you guys, barring major injury, I think you should definitely make the playoffs. And I think if you're healthy, you'll be a problem, and it'll be fun to watch. It's fun to watch you guys play. You got to go. Congratulations again on Eurobasket. Just
Thank you.
You can't replicate that. That's a magical thing.
Yeah.
And you're a hero in Slovenia. You already were, but now, I mean, really. And continued good luck with the Heat. Thanks for taking the time.
Thank you for having me, and try to do my best this season. So hopefully make the playoffs and make some noise over there.
Goran Dragic, everybody.
Attention shoppers, clean up on aisle 14. Clean up on aisle 14. Someone dropped a jar of pickles. Pickles. Kosher pickles.
Beatboxing at a big box store. Surprising. What's not surprising? How much you could save by switching to Geico.
A red minivan has the lights on in the parking lot.
Geico. 15 minutes could save you 15% or more.
Geico.